Okay, I just did a quick stitch count check. I have done my second lot of increasing and the 14 rows after it, and I'm about to do my third round of increasing. So I just checked my stitch count before I move on to that. And so it's looking quite bunched on the needle, so I'm probably going to move up a needle size. So I shall chuck a wee video once I've done that. This, let me have a wee measure. I'm going to measure my gauge for you, but let's just have a wee squiz. I'm pretty sure this is about 80 centimetre. So it's measured tip to tip, and some cords have their measurement with 5-inch tips. Some have their measurement with 3.5. So just want to check that. This is a very rough measurement. But that you can see there to my other tip is an 80 centimetre. So I'm going to get myself up to, I'm going to move up to the 100 centimetre cable, and I'll do exactly the same as the last time. I'll just knit from one needle to the other. I'll take this tip off and put a stopper on and put this tip onto my bigger cord and knit onto that. So before I show you the third round of increases, I'm just going to relax this out a bit and we'll just talk a little bit about gauge. So the pattern is calling for, hold the line, caller. The pattern is calling for 20 stitches, so that's stitches across, and 28 rows, which is vertical, to 10 centimetres in stocking stitch. And that's on 4mm needles worked in the round after blocking. So blocking is the very end process when we've finished our jersey, and we'll get it completely wet and what that does is let the stitches relax. But this is stocking stitch, so knits all facing us. That's the reverse side of stocking stitch. And it's wanting 20 stitches to 10 centimetres. The rows I'm not too phased about. Let's just get our tape measure and see how the stitches are measuring up crossways, because that's the bit that makes the huge amount of difference. So we're just going to get a nice wee relaxed bit across there. And I'm going to get my 5 centimetre. My poor wee tape measure is getting a bit worn. Getting a bit worn there. So you'll be able to see yours nice and close. I'm just going to show you what I'm up to. So I've just got this edge right on the edge of a column of knits. And then I'm just going to count from this edge to the 5 centimetre mark. And then I'm going to double that, because the gauge is measured across 10 centimetres. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what that, for me, if we double that, 12 times 2 is 24. 24 stitches across 10 centimetres. And we actually want 20. Now, I'm not too phased about this. I'm going to carry on knitting here, because when we block my finished jersey, my stitches are going to bloom. So they're going to fill up with water, and then they'll dry, and they'll be slightly bigger. The best way I've ever found to teach people about gauge is to draw a picture. So I'm going to do that for you. Just grab a pen. We'll actually go for a pencil. So to understand gauge, it is the amount of stitches that you have across a section. So let's say this is your 10 centimetre measure. The bigger your stitches, they'll be like little V's like this, the less stitches it takes to fill up that 10 centimetre. So big needles, big yarn equals low number in gauge. If you have smaller needles, smaller yarn. If you have big needles, small yarn, you have big holes between your stitches. So it's quite good to get these to match. And that's where knitting designers come in. But let's say you have your knits like that, and you have a small number of small stitches. The smaller the stitch, the more you'll have across here, so the larger the number in gauge. So this might be, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This might be 8 stitches to the 10. And this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 stitches to the 10. Cool. Now I just measured across 5 centimeters because my jersey is going in the round, so it's quite hard to get a straight flat piece. And I had, how many did I have in there? 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that means if I was to replicate that across the 10, I'd have another 12 in here, and I'd have 24 stitches to the 10. So I know, based on experience, that once I block this finished jersey, I'm going to get about my gauge. So I'd be happy if this was 22 to 24 stitches. I'm not going to restart. If you've got 26 stitches, I would be a little bit concerned. It's your stitches are really quite small, and you might want to start again, or we can just have a bit of a chat. But yeah, that is a little bit about gauge. I'm going to carry on, and I'll show you round 3 of our increase.